Yes, we would love to hear about your film.
So Fate comes out hopefully next February, and it's a supernatural love story that spans 60 years. It has Harvey Keitel, it has Cheech Marin, Janet Montgomery, Faye Dunaway, Sienna Soho, James Van Patten. It's an amazing guy, and myself. I always say, hard to be a writer, producer, director, actor. In today's world, you have Woody Allen, you have Robert Redford, you have Orson Welles. You have amazing talents of the past. Ben Affleck of today. And going forward, there's very few of us left. I'd like to believe that I can join that club, and that this film is really going to illustrate something that is yesteryear, days gone by. And it's a surprising love story. It's got amazing plot twists, and I've included a lot of the people that I love in life because I believe in that. Sienna worked with me in Inconceivable, and for being 12 years old, she worked with Nicolas Cage. She's worked with Faye Dunaway. She worked with Harvey Keitel, and real solid roles. And she's a really good actress.
It's been. I'm so happy and I'm so privileged to work with these actors. It's once in a lifetime opportunity. I've worked with Faye Dunaway twice now, and she's taught me so much. Even if it's just little conversations, she's really helped in my acting, and I loved working with all the other actors. I had a big role. I acted with a bunch of players, but I really acted with Brandon Routh, and it was super fun to work with everybody.
So,
that's amazing.
On top of Sienna, there's Trease, which you already interviewed, who did the music to the movie. I mean, it breaks my heart. Every time I listen to her music, it breaks my heart. And I'm hoping that at the end of the day, when people see this, they'll see how you can cultivate talent and bring it together and recognize it, even if it's your own family. And because
that's incredible.
If they were not up to par, they wouldn't be there. And I, at the end of the day, am so excited for not only Oscar, but because I get to celebrate this here, and the timing worked out where I actually have a movie during Oscar for this coming year. And if you look at Fate, I mean, you look at really what it says here. It takes a minute to find a special person and an entire lifetime to forget them. Oh, is that we don't make love stories anymore. I'm making the love story of our decade. And I'm so excited to share it with the world. And I'm just so excited that I get to be here on Oscar Day talking about whether I'm in Oscars or I'm talking about Oscars or I'm celebrating the movies or I am talking about my own creative journey. It's all the same on this day. So thank you for being here.
And I have one last question for you guys. What was your favorite film of this entire year?
Well, the ones that have been nominated, you mean? You have to say that. I loved Maria with Angelina Jolie. We loved it. We watched it, and it got snubbed. But I think that one of the better movies of the year, surprisingly, was The Apprentice. I really was entertained. I loved it. The Brutalist I kind of liked, but I didn't think that it really represented Philadelphia the way that they said. But I can tell you this, that if you look at all the films that have come out this year, if you look at my film, when it comes out, it's as good, if not better, than all of those films that are out there today. And we have an amazing cast with amazing actor, and everybody in the film did such an amazing job, and we had so many problems on it. We had so many problems in Canada. We had so many problems with people, and at the end of the day, I celebrate the success that I could tell the story through all those problems, and it gave me PTSD. Like, I came from it, and I almost lost my mind, and I pulled it off, and I only lost it on the last day. And I tell everybody that was in the film, including Sienna, is that you always celebrate what you did that's amazing, and you always remember the good things. Forget about the bad things. There's always bad things in life, and things will happen, and it's how you get up and how you push through it. And if you are meant to do something amazing, the higher powers will do it. And because the movie is called Fate, I believe that there's a higher power watching over this movie. And I believe that this movie is going to be celebrated by the world in many, many different ways. And I'm very grateful for that.
That's amazing. And do we have socials that people can follow?
Yeah, Sienna Baker with 2 S's and my dad.
Jonathan Baker, director.
Perfect. So nice to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. This award for the French Riviera. That's
yes,
amazing.
To be from the French Riviera Film Festival and to be here in Hollywood, those are 2 great statements. And to pick it up on Oscar day and night for the late, great, iconic Donald Sutherland. I mean, that whole concept and all those words just together in a sentence make me immensely proud and humbled at the same time to be here to pick up this award on behalf of a great Canadian.
That's amazing. And so it's Oscar night. What was your favorite film of the year?
Man, that's so, you get asked that, and as a person who's represents here and as a person who watches a lot of film, a cinephile, it's hard to say because there are so many great performances, great films, but of course so many great things happening on screen. And then when you put a person who represents Canada and put Canadians in the mix, because they're everywhere from behind the scenes to in front of the scenes, especially at this year's Oscars, whether it's Best Picture, Best Production Design, Best Costume, there's so many, Best Sound, and they're all the greatest sort of big films of the year that have been winning all the awards. You just feel proud to represent in a moment like this, and you root for all of them.
That's incredible. So your socials.
Sorry?
Do you have socials for people to follow?
I do, yeah, sure. If you want to follow me, I'm at Zaib Sheikh. I spelled my name, and there's a little hyphen in between. But you can always follow us at CanCGLA as well, which is the consulate socials. Thanks so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is so great. Of course, Canada feels so proud, of course, of the man who is and was Donald Sutherland. As you said, he's an icon, not just for Canada, but for Hollywood, right? There's decades of amazing performances. He's done everything from art house, indie film, to Oscar, box office heavyweights. He's in so many genres of filmmaking. He's been in Kate Bush videos. I mean, the man is definitely a legend. And of course, we salute his family as well during this time. And of course, tonight, I'm sure they'll be doing a great celebration from him at the ceremony. But this is a great award. I'm sure he would have loved to have been here, of course, and he was going to get to work with you. I know you guys had such great conversations, as you said, and we read about the film that he was going to be doing. Of course, back in Canada, we always knew what Donald was up to. He was a great statesman. He was a great figure, but most of all, a great person, a great man. And I think that's what really set him apart from so many others, because there's lots of great talents who win lots of great awards like this, but I know when you are giving this kind of award, it's also to the man he was and the man he is for Canada and for everyone. So a big salute to you and of course to Mr. Donald Sutherland.
Hollywood royalty, Canadian royalty.
You got it.
And at the end of the day, we're here on Oscar night celebrating him.
Thank you so much.
First of all, I'd like to say, how is Oscar night for you?
It's long night, but it's always really fun. There's really good food. I love having it at my house because I just know that my room's just upstairs, so I can just go and camp out whenever. But it's great. My friends are coming. My family's here. My aunt is here. My sisters. So it's really fun. I love having it.
So the most important question of the night. What was your favorite film of the year?
I just said Nora. I really love her. And I just love the film and how it was shot and how it kind of came together. And I also loved Wicked, obviously, Ariana Grande. It was all great. It was all really amazing movies, but I would say Nora just because she's amazing. I think that she should win Best Actress. I love her so much. She's amazing.
That's amazing. And do you have places that people can follow you and keep track of all the cool things you do?
Yes, my TikTok is, I have to remember because they're all different, but like my name is so unique that like you'll find me in 2 seconds. But my TikTok is Trease Baker 2 T's. My Instagram is Trease.Baker. And yeah, those are the two that I use the most. But if you search up my name, I'll probably come up.
Perfect. Well, have a great Oscars night.
Oh, thank you.
We are with the lady in red, Natalia, and we know tonight is an important night. And of course, my question would be, not who's your Oscar picks, but the shows that have been nominated and chosen. What have you seen that you love? If you can pick two that you go, oh my gosh, I love that, what would those be?
I mean, obviously, Wicked. Wicked is a big one. And Nora, I love The Substance. And my favorite is Emilia Paris. That because I thought it was very risky to do a musical about a drug lord transitioning. It's mind-blowing to me, especially because the director is French. So everything was just incredible about that movie. And I think, yeah, people should really see it.
But if people have to watch the movie and maybe have misconceptions about everything there is, what would be the one thing you'd want to say to them to get them to go see the film that would entice them to disregard what the subject matter is? Right. What would you say to them?
I think it's one of the riskiest musicals I've seen in like the last decade. I think it's a great presentation. It's the biggest swing this Oscar season. So it deserves to be nominated.
Well, you heard it right here from Natalia, the lady in red, on the red carpet with a gold Oscar statue behind her at the Jonathan Baker Oscar viewing party. Well, thank you so much. But before you leave the beautiful red carpet, how can people find you, follow you, your journey on all your social media platforms?
You can find me at Natalia_Bilbao on Instagram and on Google. I'm everywhere.
The lady in red is everywhere. Well, have fun tonight.
So I have a really important question for you. What was your favorite movie of the year?
It was either Wicked or The Wild Robot.
That's the one. The Wild Robot. What was so amazing about either Wicked or The Wild Robot?
Well, I loved the detail in The Wild Robot. The animation's really good.
Yeah.
And I love the story. And then Wicked is just it's so fun, and it tells a story that goes way back, and then they switched it around and they made it new.
That is amazing. So for anybody who would like to follow you, do you have social media?
Well, I do have a YouTube channel.
You have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's not that big. I have 3 followers.
No, give it to us. We want to follow.
I'm pretty sure it's called TEA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I think it's a panda as the little icon. Yeah, I think that's how it is. And then I just have some videos of me on it.
Yeah, and you said you have merch. So are you creating merch?
No, I have my own merch as the Tribeca. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and then I did make an outfit that I wore here last year.
I gotta get it anyway. That's awesome. Tribeca, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, can we see your nails?
Oh yeah.
Just do this. Okay, so we are here, and it is Oscars night, and one of the questions we love to ask tonight is, no matter what was one of your favorite films this year?
Oh, that's nominated or just
Doesn't matter.
any? Oh, whoa, that's a hard question.
See, that's
Yeah. I mean, Doom Part 2 that's been nominated too. I would say Doom Part 2. The Brutalist, I think, is an unbelievable film. Wicked, Nora, Sean Baker is one of my favorite working directors right now.
Just name them all.
I know. Sorry, I'm trying to think of somebody else.
I'd say The Brutalist, Nora.
But I'm going to.
Yeah. A Good Late Unknown. That was fantastic.
So good.
I saw that on Christmas Day at the Grove. It was fantastic.
So
yeah.
Can I say more? Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. No, I can't. I was going to make a joke, but I shouldn't. This is on camera. When I think of, I got to pull my letterbox to just see what I watched.
I know, that's a hard question. That's like asking a reader what their favorite book is.
I'd probably say The Brutalist, Nora. I really loved Wicked. I grew up doing musical theater, and so special. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo were unbelievable. I mean, really unbelievable. And I mean, Defying Gravity has been stuck in my head ever since I watched it 3 months ago. So unbelievable.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some other, but that's what I would say. And Nora is just Sean Baker is just so talented, and what he conveys, the pain he conveys conveys and stories he conveys and themes he conveys through a relatively simple story structure. Like you look at something like the Florida Project, which is more of just like a kind of a sample size of a life, and to convey those themes that he does of coming of age and loss and everything. It's just really, really unbelievable. I'm a huge Sean Baker fan. So Nora's
I'm a huge Mikey Madison fan.
Yes,
so,
yeah, me
and
too.
Sean Baker, of course, but I am really excited for her and hopeful for her tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you guys are in Sweet Magnolias.
Yes.
And so we would love to hear a little bit about Sweet Magnolias. If you guys have anything you can say about it,
Oh my gosh.
we just wanna promote you guys.
Break some tea. I don't know. Honestly, so we've been on the show since 2019. We know each other so well now. I mean, that's 6 years ago. To think about...
I'm sure Carson probably has like a few embarrassing stories of me. I was 17 when I started the show, and now I'm 23. 6 years.
We grew up on the show.
Especially that age gap is like, oh my gosh. I'm sure he has a few that thankfully he's not sharing.
No, honestly, I can't really even think of anything. It blurs together, really.
Yeah.
But this season was really special. We have like this budding romance that finally comes to fruition after 4 seasons, and so that was just really special to convey and to see the fan response online was really awesome.
Gosh.
I mean, to see everybody kind of freaking out. Let's
go.
And for anyone who is not already following Sweet Magnolias, do you have socials where people can follow what you guys are doing?
Yeah, my handle is Annalise C. Judge, and my book club is Who to Judge Co. We just read the Sweet Magnolias Stealing Home book by Cheryl Woods last month, and this month we're moving to another romance novel, Unlikely Story by Allie Rosen, which came out yesterday. So happy Pub Day, Allie.
At Carson Rowland.
Very
Simple
cool.
enough.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. Great to meet you.
There were lots of great movies this year. Do you have any favorites?
Yeah, so honestly, I really hope Dune wins because it's just like, I was calling it Lawrence of, what was the movie? Lawrence of Arrakis. And it just, it was such a big, bold Hollywood movie. We saw it on IMAX, and so it was like being in the planet Arrakis. I mean, it was just, the acting was fabulous. There were so many stars, the costumes, the effects. It was just like a real Hollywood movie, which isn't to say I didn't love Honora, but I just feel like, let's go with the classic Hollywood movie like Dune. So that's really my favorite for Best Picture.
That's amazing, and I'm so glad you love Dune. Dune is an amazing film.
Dune is an amazing film. Yeah. Anyway, you guys are awesome, and thank you so much for interviewing me. And enjoy your Oscars.
And what are your social medias?
My social medias are all my name at Susan Von Seggern, SUSANVON SEGGERN, and I'm on Instagram and Blue Sky and Threads and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. Although really, I'm just trying to be on Blue Sky these days because F those oligarchs.
Thank you so much. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the Bakers for Oscar night.
Absolutely fun. Always great to be here and celebrate the big night.
Yeah. So, with it being Oscar night, we have burning questions. Doesn't have to be a nominated film. Just what was your favorite film of the year?
Ooh, well, I had a couple of them. So I come from a stunt background. So, of course, The Fall Guy came out this year, which was amazing. They had every stunt in there you could ask for, so I was very happy. So I really, really enjoyed that. I'm a movie fan, so this year there was a lot of them. I have to tell you, I watched The Substance, had to pause it, come back to it, go again. Demi Moore, you were phenomenal in that. My wife and I were just enthralled. That 20-minute bathroom scene, oh my God. So really like that. And then as far as the big ones, tonight, obviously The Brutalist and Honora, those are everyone's favorites, our favorites as well. Of course, there's a fan, sentimental favorite in Wicked, which was fun. But based on what happened with the SAG Awards last week, it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight because there's a bit of a split going on. So I think tonight, more than years that I've seen you all in the past, where we all kind of knew who was going to win, tonight's it's a toss-up. It's going to be interesting to see for sure.
It's going to be like a stunt day, huh?
It will be. We've definitely had some surprises on my stunt days. That's no more. We don't recover like we used to. So now it's all acting and producing.
Okay, Chris. Biggest burning question of the night. You have an upcoming film.
I do.
Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
I can. So there's a new movie called The Heart Full of Hope. Our good buddy Suzanne producing and Dale Fabricard directing. And we had the cast and crew read through last week. So I'm going to be playing Alex. And Alex is a kidney doctor in the movie. And it's a really poignant scene where, every movie needs a scene where we sort of move along, information so you know kind of what's coming next. And my character definitely is the guy who you find out the information you need to find out about kidney donation, etc.
Oh, that's amazing. Amazing. So, very excited about that and very excited to see. How do we find out more about that? Can we follow you on socials? How does that work?
Absolutely. In fact, every time you guys post one of these, my social media following goes like this. So thank you. On Facebook, it's Christopher M. Dukes. And on Instagram, it's The Real Christopher Dukes. Thank you all for the follows. You're making this middle-aged Caucasian guy feel very good. Thank you so much.
We're at the lovely Baker's house tonight for the Oscars, and there are amazing films that have been nominated, some films that were amazing that were not nominated. What was your favorite film of the year?
Conclave, Emilia Perez. There's so many good films, and I don't want to select one because all of them were just amazing. So,
what is your favorite thing that you look for in a film?
I like costumes. Obviously, as an actress, I love the acting, but I think I like also the cinematography, location. I think the chemistry, to see the chemistry with the cast. It's really key to see how, the leads, like the actors, get along, just those little details that I look for, the eye movement. Just sometimes you see those movements even without words and you feel it, right? So that's what I look for.
That's incredible. And can we follow you on social media?
Of course. Eve Richards _Eve.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great Oscars night. You're in Fate. That's amazing.
Yes.
Most important question of the day. What was your favorite film of last year?
Well, my personal favorite film was Anora. I loved it. It felt more relatable and a little more lighthearted than the other ones. And of course, there's good that they're serious films, but me personally, I appreciate a bit more humor. And I don't know. I'm sure you saw it, but it was a little fun. Compared to Nickel Boys and stuff, which is very serious. So I don't think it's going to win, at least Best Picture, but that was my favorite, yeah.
Amazing. And you're in Fate.
That's right.
And we're at Jonathan Baker's house. So is there anything you want to say about the upcoming Fate film?
Well, it was an amazing honor to work on it. It was my first project ever of anything. First professional project. It's an incredible honor and an amazing film. And I play a character named Teen Theodore, so the younger version of the older Theodore, and he's an up-and-coming photographer, just trying to do his job and not step on any toes. And he kind of does step on toes unintentionally and get in a little bit of trouble. But yeah, it was a bumpy ride, the filming, as Jonathan had just said. A lot of problems, but we worked through it and we made it to the other end in one piece, mostly, as evident by me being here today. So yeah.
Perfect. And do you have socials where people can follow you?
Absolutely, I do. So it's Alexander Thomson, THOMSON _ on Instagram. Follow me there, and also look me up on IMDb if you want. I only have one film on there, but I mean, you can go look at it if you want. So
perfect.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
You so much. It's Oscar night. So what was your favorite film of the year?
I think Anora was my favorite film of the year, and that was such a fun thing to watch in the theater because you didn't expect all the passion that was in that film.
Yeah. Was there anything outside of the passion that you absolutely loved about Anora that just really stood out?
So best movie tonight,
I think,
take home the prize?
Well, the acting, because I was drawn in, and there's a special quality to the lead actors in that film, and I was very surprised to see it evolve, so that was my favorite part of the film. It's just her presence.
That's amazing. I hope you have a great night watching.
Thank you.
And then also, can we grab your socials so that people can look you up and follow you and see what you're doing and see all the cool things?
Absolutely. I currently have a film out that was the first artificial intelligence film to compete in a live action category. It's called Mom Bomb Film. If you go to mombombfilm.com or Instagram or Facebook, you'll find it.
Oh, that's incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Thanks for your time. You too.
Okay, so we're here at the lovely Baker's house, and it's Oscars night. So, most important question of the night, what was your favorite film of the year?
For me, it was Wild Robot, 100%. The film and the music. I love the music.
So to keep the friendship, I'm going to say same. But I am. I'm rooting for Demi Moore, of course.
Perfect. I kind of love it.
Come on, Wild Robot, maybe. It's cool.
And what did you love about that film?
I think it just really was it made you remember what it was like to be a child again, and I think that to have curiosity and really experience that every day is something really beautiful.
That's amazing. And can we follow you guys on socials?
Of course. Lugo producer.
At Skydrynan, SKYEDRYNAN.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night at the Oscars.
Thank you.
And we are here at the Bakers tonight for the Oscars. So, most important question of the day. What was your favorite film, nominated or not?
Okay, I'm so embarrassed. I'm the only person on the carpet doing this. I'm writing 2 scripts simultaneously. Did not watch any of the films, and I'm a film fanatic. I can any line from any film for the last 30 years I could give you. I just haven't. It's been that kind of a season for me. So.
You know what? 2 simultaneous scripts at a time. That's some brain power.
That's all. Well, yeah, I don't really have the brain power for that, so that's why I'm not able to like engage with anything other than like reruns of Seinfeld or 2.5 Men late at night. Like when I'm done with all that, I just want my brain to just like cool. I really wish I had. I'm planning on getting to a bunch of these after the Oscars. You know, timing's everything. So on that, I don't really have a favorite. It'd be unfair for me to say anything other than I can't wait to see The Brutalist. I hear great things, so that one really has me intrigued. So.
That sounds like a perfect film to see after the Oscars when your brain has had a rest.
When my brain is definitely had a rest, yes.
So can we find you on socials, and what is it?
Yeah. So, I'm an actor filmmaker, and I have a film out right now called The Path 2024. It's a horror thriller. It's doing really, really well on streaming. Yeah. Oh, all right, there you go. And then on my socials, at Tom Archdeacon, one word, 2 words put together, however you want to say that. Yeah, that's for Instagram, Facebook. I think it's just Tom Archdeacon, or maybe Tom_Archdeacon. That's how bad I am at this. I don't know. And Twitter, I don't even know. I don't even bother saying. See, my brain's very limited to. I'm like, yeah.
Perfect. Have a great night at the Oscars.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.